Not everyone celebrates it, but a lot of people like to get in on all the Christmas festivities, even if they
Okay,
don't celebrate it.
tomorrow is favorite holiday character. We have ugly holiday sweater on Wednesday. Thursday is red and green, and Friday is your holiday hat.
There you go. Holiday hat.
So,
So yeah, if you're in any classes,
well, it
any of
says
those days,
holiday character, so I guess that could be a Halloween character too.
that's true. It didn't specify which
It
holiday.
did not specify.
Interesting.
And maybe I'll wear my tiara and be a princess.
There you go. What holiday would that be?
I don't
Halloween?
know. National Princess Day. I don't
There you
know.
go. Princess Day. Princess Day. We'll call that. All right. Well, let's go ahead and talk about what this week's assignment is. This week, we just have a quadratics quiz. We've been doing quadratics for the last 5 weeks or so. We've been doing by factoring. We've been doing, of course, the greatest common factor out of it. We've been doing the quadratic formula. We did that last. We did difference of squares. We did the square root method. We did a lot of different ways of solving quadratic formulas, which is great because different quadratic equations are easier with different methods. One method is not necessarily the easiest for all of them. Now, the quadratic formula will work on every one, but if my quadratic equation is just x squared minus 9, quadratic formula is a lot of extra work. X squared minus 9 equals 0. Move the 9 to the other side. X squared equals 9. Take the square root. X equals plus or minus 3. Right? Square root method will work very well on that. But if quadratic formula is your thing, go for it. Hope you watched the video I posted last week on that little 2.5, 3-minute video on the quadratic formula, just for your entertainment there. But anyway, I'm going to show you the quiz. I'm going to give you a preview of it because it's out there. You could be taking it any time now. So I'm going to give you a preview and just show you what the quiz looks like for this week. All right, there it is, the Unit 2, Quiz 1. And what you have is just 10 quadratic equations. There's 10 of them, and you can solve them however you would like. Right? You can use whichever method of the 10 that the 5 different ways we learned of these 10 problems. You got to show your work. Right? If you're going to use the quadratic formula, show me your quadratic formula. If you're going to rearrange and do factoring, put the factors, but you got to solve it for x equals, right? And there should be 2 x's because it's x squared. You should have 2 answers. Some of these might have imaginary answers. Some of them may have the same answer. Maybe your answer is 2/3 and 2/3. That means there's just one answer. It just happens to be both x's on there. So there it is. There you've got all of these different equations. Some of them have an x on both sides, so you'll have to move everything over. Remember, you have to set it equal to 0. You do not have to use all the methods. Good question. You can use any method you want to. If you just want to use the same method every time, you can do that. So some of the methods, you'd have a really hard time doing that. If you said, I'm going to factor it all, you'll get some of these that you will not be able to factor. So you can do the quadratic formula on every one if you wanted to, because it works for everything. That's the only one that really works for everything. The other ones, you have to kind of see which ones work for that. But some of them are easier if you use factoring or square root method or difference of squares. But you can use any method you want to. There's no requirement on you have to use every method once. No, you don't have to do that. Just use what you are comfortable with. You've been exposed to several different methods. So hopefully there's at least one of them that you like. And there you are, 10 problems this week. So other than that, this week you will have the final. The final exam is coming this week. Thursday, it will be available and posted informative. So you will have until Monday. So that gives you Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, 5 days to take the final. So since you have 5 classes, if you have 5 finals, that gives you 1 day per final. But, get something knocked out. Hopefully you're exempt in some of your classes. Can't exempt Algebra 2. Everybody has to take this final. But hopefully you don't have to take all your finals. Maybe you've got an exemption somewhere. But That is Thursday. So I wouldn't wait on this quiz till the end of the week, or you'll have that and the finals to take. And you're going to have finals in all these other classes. So, work on this earlier in the week. You got today, tomorrow, and Wednesday before you get the final. So, work on the quiz, get the quiz out of your way, get those 10 questions done. So that way, when the final comes, you're not feeling like you're getting stacked up on, right? Oh my gosh, now I got finals in all these classes on top of this quiz. Well, that's because you didn't do the quiz earlier in the week. You got time. We don't have any other assignment other than this quiz. I do not have the final completed yet, so I can't tell you what else on it, but there's a study guide. Here's the great thing. There is a study guide in Google Classroom, and let me see if I posted it yet. No, I'm about to add an answer key to the study guide. So that way you can work the problems on the study guide and then double check to see if you have the right answer. Right? That helps the study guide if you know whether or not you're doing it right. If you just do it all wrong on the study guide, that's not going to help you in the final. So there will be a study guide, which is already there, and an answer key, which will be there just in a few minutes. When I get out of this meet, I will post the answer key to it. So that way, but don't look at the answer key before you do the problem. That doesn't help you. That doesn't help you at all. That's totally wasting the study guide. Attempt the problem on the study guide, then double check. Look at the answer key and say, oh, there's where I made a mistake. I missed that negative. I made that a positive. I don't know why. So, all right. That's really all there is, guys. I don't have a whole lot to go over there unless anyone has any questions about any of these things we've done this semester. I can happily review that. But some of you guys are still missing some assignments. Get those turned in ASAP. Next Monday morning, I'm going to look and close all the assignments off. All right. So everything has to be in by Monday. Anything missing is a 0 come Monday. And now here's another wonderful thing. If you do the study guide, you got all that in front of you. You can use that on the final. I always say you can use all your notes on the final. So if you got the study guide and you've already worked all these problems, you'll probably find a similar problem on the final. If you've already got an example of it where you've done it, how much easier will that be? So make the final as easy as you can. Have the examples right in front of you. If you just print out the answer key, so I'll just use this. Well, if you didn't try to work it, you may not understand the answer key and wouldn't know how to use that on this new problem. Because the problems aren't going to be exactly the same. They'll be similar, but they're not going to be exactly the same. So try working it, look at the answer key, and keep those notes. Have that for you. Like I say, I want you guys to do well on the final. I don't think the final should kill anybody. It should help you. So trying to give you every opportunity for that to help you. And that study guide's the best thing at this point because it'll cover things back a couple of months ago that you don't remember anymore. So that'll help refresh your memory. So, all right. Well, if nobody else has a question, I'll let you guys go. There's no need to keep around just to waste your time. Got work to do. You got a quiz. Have a Merry Christmas, guys, if I don't talk to you again.